with Mom, story time with Dad. This is my favorite story time. Under the bed in my secret fort, and I'm gonna read
Jack the Bear and Golden Hair.
The animals of the ever forest gathered around to see the king, Jack the Bear, toss the old gray stones. Every year, they toss the stones, and if the stones didn't turn white when they landed on the ground, and if they turned black, it would be the doom of the forest. The animals waited patiently and nervously while Jack tossed the stones to the ground. In 2,000 years, the old gray stones always turned into white crystals when they landed and shone that beautiful bright light. But this time, oh my gosh, the stones landed and turned jet black. All of a sudden, oh my gosh, the forest went dark and an eerie dark light like a snake crept out of the stones and through the forest, and making Madame Main, the majestic golden lion, let out a warning growl that crackled with fear. Roar! 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 The stones turned black! We're doomed! We're doomed! We're doomed! Sammy the dog quacked and blurted out, "Wah!" And he hid behind Jack. And the eerie dark light flew around the forest like a flying serpent, and everything it touched turned black. It turned pink roses black. The curses started, but Jack's enchantment will hold, said Ozzy the beaver pompously, and the dark light went everywhere it touched. It touched everyone. It touched Piper, Popper, the purple bunny, and the white and cottontail turned black. Oh no, look at the flowers, they're all turning black, right? Piper, Popper, the entire forest will be turned black by midnight. Will the wolves eat us after they lock us up? Sammy dared to say out loud, the duck. So, this is not a laughing matter, Nugget, scolded Popper, the mom of Nugget the bunny. And ha ha ha, chuckled Pepper Popper, the big baby boy bunny. Ha ha ha, it's not funny. And Pippa Popper, a pink bunny with a big fluffy white tail, hopped up and looked at Piper Popper. Pippa is mother to Margaret, the wife of Pippa Popper. Hee hee, the little Nugget bunny said. Mind your manners, even your father has a new colored tail, said Pippa as she sniffed and started to cry. Meanithia will be coming for us, said Madame Main urgently. This is not good. She'll be released from the dungeon, starved the squirrel, a punk rock squirrel with a blue mohawk on his head, gasped. And capture us? Oh no, said Sammy the duck. Oh no, everyone run. So everyone ran and was scared because what was going on. And so, this is how the story began. And then chapter 1, Golden Hair, the intruder. So, Golden Hair was getting ready because it was her big day. She was getting ready for her birthday surprise. And then, but everything she did, her hair would shine really bright and mess everything up. She went to the kitchen and where her mom, Eleanor, was preparing a delicious meal of spaghetti sauce in a cooking pot above the stove. But when little Golden Hair walked in, it blinded her mother's eyes and she knocked over the saucepan. Whack! Splat, splat, splat. Spread spaghetti sauce all over the floor. And then Lord Byron, the family dog, licked it all up. So Golden Hair went to the garage where her father Garrett was tinkering with a new red sports car. Ting, ting, ting. And he was painting it red. And when Golden Hair came in and she saw her dad, her hair lit up and beamed a golden light. He accidentally picked up red-green paint instead of the red paint. And then her father had a rainbow red car and green. And so she's like, Golden Hair, can you go play with your brother? So she went into Roy's room who was playing Space Invaders on his video game. Bing, 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 bing. He was winning. But when she came through, all of a sudden her golden hair shone bright, and then his aircraft was destroyed. Boink, boink, dunk, dosh, boink, doosh. Oh, Golden Hair, why don't you go play with Lord Byron, he said sneakily. So she ran downstairs and played with Lord Byron the dog. And then she went outside, and her bright hair startled the dog, and it ran off, and then he caught smell of a duck, and he followed it because Sammy the duck was out. Oh, and he was quack, 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 so scared of the dark forest snake. And so Lord Byron followed the duck, and then Golden Hair was chasing Lord Byron. Lord Byron, where are you? Come on, where are you? You gotta go home. Don't go too far. So she went and followed Lord Byron the dog. And then she fell into the magical forest. And then she heard some ducks singing. Duck, 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 duckity duck, 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 duckity duck, 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 duckity duck, 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 duckity duckity duck, duck, duck. Wow, that sounds so cute. So she went over there, and then the ducks were singing, and then Sammy the duck saw Golden Hair. He ruffled his feathers and clucked, and then yelled, "Intruder!" And all the animals looked up in alarm and scampered away as fast as their legs could carry them. Ozzy the beaver helped the animals get on his wooden boat. The ducks, the rabbits, the squirrel, the hawk, the lion, and most of the animals squeezed in. They all piled on top of each other. Henry the hawk was on Madame's Main's head, and Star is on Ozzy's shoulder. They all paddled off, and only Nugget ran under the bush out of sight. Palome the horse yelled to Piper and Pipper Popper, "Quickly, on my back!" They all ran off. So Golden Hair was alone, and she looked for her dog, and then she ran into Jack the Bear, who was snoozing underneath the tree. "Hello, excuse me, Mr. Bear, have you seen my dog?" And Jack the Bear was meditating, and there he said to her, "Well, hello, who are you?" And she said, "Hi, I'm Golden Hair. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Bear. And I'm just looking for my dog because he likes to run up and explore." And Jack the Bear said, "I have a feeling they'll soon turn up. It's such an awful day that I lost my dog, and no one is coming to celebrate my birthday, and no one wants to play with me." And a little tear started rolling down her cheek, and her hair started to light up. Star the squirrel, who was picking nuts above in the tree, got so scared he ran all the way to the top of the tree to hide. "Oh, brother, I will lose my new friend," she said sadly. "Here, here, have a cookie," said Jack the Bear. So they became friends, and then Sammy the duck waddled up, saying, "Help, help, Jack, the intruder's in the forest." Then Sammy saw the dog and became more frantic. "Quick, Jack, there's the savage beast. This monster wants to cook my goose." Lord Byron looked at Sammy the duck. "Woof, woof, woof." And Sammy hid behind Jack the Bear, shivering and yelled, get him, Jack, hurry while you have a chance." "Sammy, this is a dog, and he just wants to play with you," Jack the Bear said. Jack tossed a piece of the remaining sandwich to Lord Byron the dog. "Gulp, gulp, 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 gulp." "That thing still looks like he's hungry," said Sammy the duck. And then Sammy saw Golden Hair and pointed with his wing. "There's the other intruder. Run for your lives. She wants to rule the forest. It's a trap. Jack, duck." So Jack the Bear yelled up to Sammy, "Relax, Sammy. She is a human, and she just got lost while looking for a dog." "You sure this human is not in a costume to fool us?" Sammy whispered in Jack's ear. And so Jack invited Golden Hair to dinner, and then he showed her his beautiful house. On the outside, it was just regular, and inside, it was just so cozy and warm. And then they met Pierre the Mouse, who was cleaning the house. He's the French chef, and he made them a grand feast of yummy food, and everyone came to the dinner party and had a beautiful, beautiful time. Meanwhile, Strikker, the wolf, was peering into the window of Jack's home. "Jack thinks he can beat us," he said to his bandit wolf brothers, Sizzle and Drizzle, the wolves. "Ha ha, boss," chuckled Sizzle. "Fat chance, we got Queenie Meanithia with her magic," Drizzle exclaimed. "You fools, I'm going to rule and keep Meanithia locked in the dungeon," Strikker scolded them. "Brilliant, boss," sulked Drizzle. The smell of Pierre's cooking was in the air. It was everywhere. He wiped the drool from his mouth with his paw. "But how?" exclaimed Sizzle with a quizzical look on his face. "First, we gotta make a sleeping potion for Jack and get him out of the way. The rule says if a king is unavailable during midnight, when the old gray stones turn to black, then a new king can be crowned. It's my rightful place to be king, and not Jack the Bear or Queen Meanithia." "Oh, the old double cross. How splendid," agreed Sizzle. And he let out a howl. "Ow! Well, how do we deal with Queenie Meanie?" Drizzle asked as his tail wagged back and forth. Sizzle laughed as Drizzle jokes. "Meanie? Good one. Meanithia thinks I'm going to give her the crown, but I will keep it for myself. She won't be able to gain her powers without it, and I'll keep her locked in the dungeons for another 2,000 years. She's too old to rule anyway," Sizzle agrees. "And and leathery. Her bones are too tough for us to even chew. Quick, time to make a sleeping potion and get Jack to Skull Castle at the jagged end of the forest. So they worked on their plan, and then Strikker went to the castle, and there was old, long, pointy nose with warts and all, who came to the window. It was Queen Meanithia. So the time is near, screeched Queen Meanithia. She pressed her old, wrinkly, leathered face to the window. Her breath was foul. She had black lips, and her teeth were long and yellow. Her musty breath leaked out as she spoke. The smell was old like garbage. Ooh, Sizzle gasped from the terrible breath of Meanithia. He used his paw to wave off the stinky breath coming out of Meanithia's mouth as she spoke. Drizzle poked him to be quiet, but made a gagging cough sound. He whistled Drizzle. Stinky meaning. They both giggled and laughed. Silence, you fools, or I will turn you into toads, Meanithia warned the wolves with her fingertip. Her nail was so long it had curled at its tip. I have made a strong potion that you must make sure Jack takes. He'll be sleeping like a little bitty baby. He'll be defenseless, and I'll have the kingdom back. She handed the potion vial. That gray smoke bubbled from it, so Strikker took the vial potion. Make sure he takes this, my queen. Good, my pet. Good. Return to me with the crown, and you shall be rewarded as my royal guard, Meanithia told him. Go now quickly, or it will be midnight soon, and I don't want us to miss the chance. There is nothing to stop us. Her old, wrinkled hand stroked him on the head. Yes, my lady, Strikker bowed. He then commanded his brothers to follow him on their task by letting a big howl. Ow! Queen Meanithia let out a loud and disturbing laugh that could be heard throughout the forest. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Ah, ha, ha, ha. The forest will be mine soon. Meanithia rubbed her hands together, and her swirling eyes glowed a deep ruby red. And then Strikker and his wolf brothers rode out of Skull Castle, the dark in the forest, back to where Jack the Bear had planned a surprise party for Golden Hair. And then you'll have to stay tuned for part 2.